Welcome to the fields where the Southern Virginia Lady Knights will take on the Chowan University Lady Lacrosse team, who come in with a record of 1-11, while the Knights come in with a record of 6-7. Starting for Chowan will be number 1, Laisha Anderson, number 4, Victoria Baez Correz, number 5, Evelyn McGrew, number 6, Cindy Escobar, number 7, Adria Herndon, number 8, Molly Cleaver, number 10, Mackenzie Reed, number 11, Jasmine Lightney, number 12, Arlene Ratley, number 14, Jennifer Card, number 15, Tyra Simmons, and in goal will be 00, Haley Haggard. For the Knights, starting today will be number 2, Rainey Whitworth, number 5, Faith Park, number 6, Michaela Knowles, number 7, Claire Hotelin, number 10, Zoe Bradshaw, number 13, Ashley Allgreen, number 14, Emily Lamb, number 15, Megan Barfus, number 17, Elizabeth Bonney, number 23, Rachel Miller, number 26, Leah Smith, and in goal will be number 42, Melanie Lytle. Coming into this game in CAC play, Rainey Whitworth is tied for second in goals scored with 32, and she'll look to try to get into first place as the Knights take on Chowan. Beautiful day outside today for lacrosse, as it's nice and sunny, not too hot, little crisp breeze blowing, which will keep both teams underheated, and hopefully a win for the Knights today. There you see the two that'll run the face-off. Number 14, Emily Lamb for the Knights, going up against, I'm trying to see the number 10, Mackenzie Reed for the Braves. And we'll have a re-face-off now, as the referee didn't like the way that first face-off went. And we've seen Lamb a lot in the face-off circle. She's won her fair share of face-offs, and when the Knights win the face-offs, they've done a great job. Ball on the ground, picked up by Mackenzie Reed of Chowan. Chowan looks to slow things down here. Doesn't want to get in a track meet with the Knights, as the Knights have been able to be stellar with their fast break offensive transition. There we see Reed on the attack, being covered by Smith. Smith did a great job of warding Reed off, riding her out of a shooting pocket. Double team now by the Knights. And some of these lazy passes, if the Knights will take a little bit of a gamble, may be able to get out there, steal one, and get into an offensive transition. Oh, we're going to have a foul on Rainey Whitworth, as number 7, Adria Herndon, goes toward goal. And this will set up a free position shot for the Braves. Hopefully Lytle will be up to the task. There's a shot, and it skips past the goal, wide to Lytle's right. Again, the Braves retained possession as they were backing up the shot. Now you see Zoe Bradshaw out. Put a little pressure on Escobar. Again, it'd be nice to see the Knights pressure the Braves just a little bit more. And there goes Lamb. As Card gets by her. Lytle with the save. Ground ball. Picked up by, looks like Lytle's going to have it. Referee deciding what the right call is. And Lytle looks to clear. Lays the ball down in the crease. Whitworth to Bradshaw. And here comes the fast break attack of the Knights. Bradshaw tries to hit Whitworth. Just can't make the connection. As we see Herndon bring the ball back down to the offensive end of the Braves. Shot on goal by number 10. Reed, and she goes down holding her ankle. Looks like she may have rolled it over there. And the Braves are not very deep on their roster. Braves trainer comes out. By my count, the Braves have only 3 substitutes. And Reed is one of their better players. So now the referees will send both teams off to the side in order to allow the trainers to do their work. Well, some other news for the Knights. Southern Virginia baseball team is playing at Christopher Newport. And at the top of the 4th inning, the teams are tied 2-2. It'd be great if the Knights could pick up a win at Christopher Newport. Get them closer in the Capital Athletic Standing Conferences. And speaking of getting closer in the Capital Athletic Standing Conference, the men's lacrosse team is currently sitting in 6th place and may be able to hang on to that 6th place as St. Mary's is below them and Wesley. There you see Reed being helped off the field. And again, that's going to be a huge blow to the Braves as they have only a limited number of players on their roster. And Reed, as we saw earlier, was the one that took the face-off for the Braves. Hopefully she may be able to get over to the side, and we'll hopefully see her later on in this game. If not, again, a huge blow to the Braves of Chowan College. Waiting for the restart now, as the referees are putting everybody in place. And there's the restart. Yeah, you see the Knights coming out, putting a little bit more pressure on the Braves. Whitworth up, waiting for Bradshaw to come over and double team. Lamb steps up, and there's the shot wide to the right. And the ball will be turned over to the Knights, as number 23, Rachel Miller, was back there to back up the ball. And here we'll see if the Knights can clear the ball this time. Get into the offensive end. Ball's loose on the ground as Bradshaw had the stick checked. Plays it over to Hotelin. Hotelin looks ahead to Barfus. Ball's on the ground. Lamb's able to recover. No one's checking Lamb yet as she's going to goal. And we're going to have an illegal contact on the Braves, which will give Lamb a free position shot. See if Lamb can connect on this to give the Knights a 1-0 lead. Oh, and a great save by Haggard as Lamb put the ball high. Loose ball, scooped up by Bradshaw. Bradshaw plays it ahead to Hotelin. Hotelin tried to go up high. Haggard was there to meet her stick with stick. The Braves now on an offensive transition. Knights need to get back into defense. Faith parked there, able to head off the transition of the Braves. Herndon took the ball all the way from the defensive end to the offensive end. And again, we're going to see some very deliberate measures by the Braves now as they've gone down one of their players, one of their main players, Reed, to an injury. Shot on goal as Lytle is there equal to it, able to fend it off. Knights looking to clear. Had a crease violation. So they'll give it back to Lytle. Lytle looks to clear deep down the field. Quirez able to intercept the ball. Goes toward goal, plays it back to Herndon. Herndon's going to have a free position shot now at the very top of the circle. Lytle needs to be tough here. And there's a shot as Herndon is able to skip it past Lytle. The Braves take a 1-0 lead. Well, and we're going to say it's a 1-0 lead. We have to wait till the referees check the stick, make sure it's legal. And again, this is one of those issues of they check the stick 10 minutes before the game starts, and then they have to check it after each goal. It seems kind of redundant, but that's the rules of women's lacrosse. So now going into the face-off will be Lamb for the Knights and Escobar for the Braves. Ground ball. And we're going to have a foul, which is going to turn it over to the Braves. That'll be Card. Getting ready to start the action. Card plays it back to Herndon, who is the game's lone goal scorer so far. Again, Knights are playing very conservative on defense, as they have some injuries of their own that they're concerned about. That's Simmons with the ball, being checked by Whitworth. Oh, and again, a cut to the middle as we see Card being able to sneak the ball past Lytle. We'll wait for the goal to be confirmed. And it is, and the Braves now take a 2-goal lead early in the first half. Well, speaking about men's lacrosse, Southern Virginia is in 6th position, being trailed by St. Mary's and Marymount. Huge game today between St. Mary's and Mary Washington, that's right above the Knights. As if Mary Washington can knock off St. Mary's, that will almost cement the Knights being able to get into the Capital Athletic Conference tournament as a 6th seed. The draw is won by the Knights. As you see Zoe Bradshaw streaking toward goal. There should be a foul called. And there he is. Getting ready to have some construction start here at Southern Virginia University. So if you see a lot of big trucks going up and down the road that's directly in front of the field, don't worry. It's all planned. Bradshaw, great move. Tries to backhand it into the goal. Just misses wide to the left of the goalkeeper. Hotelin there to back it up. Gets double teamed. Oh, great spin. And we're going to have a turnover, it looks like. Ball will go over to the Braves. Knights need to get back on defense now. As Anderson with the ball. Forced turnover by the Knights. Bradshaw picks it up. Plays it over to Barfus. Picked up by Knowles. Up by number 8 of the Braves, Cleaver. Cleaver forces her way. That's number 11, Latney. Herndon cuts through 2 defenders. And gets past Park and scores another goal. And there you see Park treacherous into the field there. So at the 21 or 20-40 3-0, and this as Coach Weber Bradshaw gets what's happening in the top of the 4th. The Knights have scored 4 runs. Starting to, we won't have enough. The Knights teams will be away. Our next lacrosse game against Methodist at 4 o'clock. Then on April 13th, we have a doubleheader, 5 and 7, as the Knights take on Frostburg. And then our last broadcast of the season will be April 16th, Saturday at 1 o'clock, women's lacrosse against Wesley. Hopefully you can come and join us on each one of those broadcasts. Well, now the Knights need to make something happen, as the first 10 minutes have clearly belonged to the Chowan College Braves. There we see Emily Lamb stepping into the face-off circle for the Knights and Cindy Escobar for the Braves. Both of them are ready to go. Both teams are ready to go. They seem to be searching around for the referees. Again, very important and imperative that Lamb wins this face-off to get the Knights the opportunity to attack and get them back on track and hopefully have some momentum gained on their side. Leah Smith trying to pick up the ground ball. Stick check, and there's Whitworth running by some defenders. She's going to have to be careful as defenders are coming up on either side. Whitworth dodges, goes to goal, and puts the ball in for the first goal of the Knights. And Whitworth just put the team on her back and went against 7 defenders. Got the ball past Haggard, excuse me. They're checking the stick to make sure the goal is good. And it is a confirmed goal. So at the 2017 mark, the Knights get their first goal of the day thanks to Rainey Whitworth. Now hopefully the Knights can take that individual effort and put it into a team effort, as that's Whitworth's 33rd goal of the season. Lamb back into the face-off circle. Ball's up and in and out and in again to Whitworth's stick. Whitworth looking to take on some Braves. Wisely brings it back out. Plays it over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw with room. Has to pull it back out as she almost lost her footing. Stick check, and looks like we're going to have a foul. Could be the stick too close to the head. Looks like the foul called will give Bradshaw a free position shot. If Bradshaw can capitalize on this, and she does, it brings the Knights to within 1. And great job by Bradshaw putting it right past the goalie Haggard's right hand side. So after that timeout called, the Knights are able to come back and score 2 quick goals. Back to draw control is Lamb. And 2 quick draw controlled wins by Lamb equals 2 quick goals by the Knights. And Bradshaw picks up the ball. Going to goal. Is forced off her line. Spins on Escobar. Plays it over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw tries to move past Herndon. Little jump shot. And Bradshaw scores her 2nd goal of the afternoon to bring the Knights to a 3-3 tie. So in less than a minute, Bradshaw scores 2 goals for the Knights to bring them back in a tie, and it all begins in the draw circle as we're starting to see Lamb put her emphasis on this game by winning the draw. They're going to say Lamb moved too early. So the ball will go over to the Braves. There we see Escobar weaving in and out of the defense of the Knights. Being hounded now by Rachel Miller. Miller, one of the upcoming stars for the Knights women's soccer team in goal. Season cut short a little this year by a lacerated kidney in her first game. And what a contrast of styles as we see the Knights really trying to force the action when they are on offense, and the Braves taking their time. Running a weave up top. That's Herndon going to goal. Ball goes off the post. Lytle's able to pick it up. Looking to clear. She plays it back to Park. Park to Smith. And we've seen Smith do this on numerous occasions. Take on defenders to clear. She gets fouled. And a quick restart. Plays it ahead to Whitworth. Whitworth is not only scoring goals, but she's been a catalyst for the Knights as they've come back to tie this game. Oh, great dodging back and forth. And we're going to have a foul. A slash, it looks like, on the Braves. And Whitworth will have a free position shot. Oh, and Whitworth just to the right of the goalkeeper. Ball was backed up by number 13 of the Knights, Ashley Allgreen. Allgreen plays it ahead to Lamb. Lamb's shot blocked at the goal by Haggard. Picked up by Herndon. Herndon's looking to clear the ball herself. Great job there by the Knights, number 17, Elizabeth Bonney, as she met Herndon and stopped her on her run toward goal. Escobar being marked by Smith. Smith, a great two-way player. We've seen her mostly on defense this year. On a few occasions, have seen her go to goal. Foul on Bradshaw as Herndon starts for the Braves. Shot on goal to the left of Lytle. Again, the Knights defense doing a great job of keeping the Braves off the front doorstep of Lytle. All the shots have been taken outside of 10 yards. The Braves looking to hang on to the ball now. Forcing the Knights to come out. Herndon lays it over to Card. Card with the shot, but a great, outstanding save by Lytle in goal. Tries to clear it. Braves are able to successfully pick up the ground ball now on the foul by Barfus. So they'll retain possession. They receive Bonney, pick up the ground ball, plays it ahead to Whitworth. Whitworth looks to go 1-on-3 and gets it past all three defenders, including Haggard in goal for her second goal of the day, and that gives the Knights a 1-goal lead. So what started off as the Knights being very, for lack of a better word, lackadaisical out on the field, the last 5 minutes have been all Knights as they've scored 4 goals. Looks like we may have a timeout by the Braves now. And with that timeout, we'll also take a timeout. Welcome back to the fields as we come out of the timeout. Southern Virginia leads Chowan College 4-3. The Knights have been able to take that lead in just under 5 minutes. As the first 10 minutes, the Knights have come out a little lackadaisical. Coach Weber calls a timeout, explains to the young ladies, hey, we're here to play today, get going, and 4 quick goals. Again, those first 3 goals were ignited by Emily Lamb in the draw circle, winning the draws for the Knights. The 2 goal scorers for the Knights, Rainey Whitworth and Zoe Bradshaw, with 2 apiece. Ball's up. Herndon steps in and takes the draw. Going toward goal. Leah Smith is there for a stick check. Ball on the ground. Picked up by Rainey Whitworth. Whitworth tries to play it ahead to Allgreen. Allgreen tries to shovel it over to Hotelin. Hotelin with the ball now. Ahead to Allgreen. Allgreen going straight toward goal. And a shot high into the right, into the goal by the goalkeeper Haggard. And Allgreen gets her first of the day. And now the Knights are starting to play the way we thought they would in the first 10 minutes, getting their transition game going, being very aggressive with their shot selection. For Allgreen, that's her 5th of the season. Lamb back in. The face-off is up, and Bradshaw steps in, and Lamb has just come alive. And, oh, there's a huge body check onto Bradshaw. So much so it knocked her glasses off. Bradshaw, though, tough competitor, gets up. Bradshaw going toward goal, gets the ball, gets checked out of her stick. Haggard's there to pick it up. They say that Bradshaw violated the crease. Long clearing pass goes out of bounds. The ball be turned over to the Knights. Allgreen steps in to start for the Knights. Plays it over to Whitworth. Whitworth all the way across to Lamb. Sorry, that's Megan Barfus. And Barfus will get a free position shot. We'll have a violation on the Braves, so Barfus will get another shot at it. Ball gets checked out of Barfus' stick. Knights are able to pick up the loose ball. Bradshaw tried to get it ahead to Whitworth. Whitworth was a little slow to get up. Ball be turned over to the Braves as Herndon will start. And she's being sandwiched, double teamed by Whitworth and Bradshaw. Herndon goes past Bonnie. Bonnie's able to angle her off for the moment and slow the Braves down as the Knights enjoyed a 5-3 lead with 11:37 left to go in the first half. Oh, and that may be the closest shot that Lytle has faced today. That was Escobar in, and it looked like the Knights just fell asleep just for a second. Herndon found Escobar cutting towards the goal, and Escobar is able to slide it past Lytle to bring the score back to within one. The Knights lead 5-4. There you see Escobar jogged back to the draw circle as she is ready to go again. There's a draw. As again, Emily Lamb's able to win it. Leah Smith picks up the ball. Plays it ahead to Whitworth. Whitworth has the ball checked away from her. Applies pressure. But we see Card able to pick up the ball in the air. So the Braves retain possession. And there's number 10, Reed, back into the game after taking a really bad spill in the first few minutes, injuring her ankle. Reed looks to spin on Park, plays it out to number 6, Escobar, and Escobar is able to just rip it into the goal past Lytle to tie the score up. So at 10:32, we're knotted at 5. And momentum swings in this game have just been monumental. First for the Braves, and then over to the Knights, and now eventually back to the Braves. If it continues like this throughout the game, the last 5 minutes are going to be very fun to watch. Lamb and Herndon back in the... Or Escobar, excuse me. Lamb and Escobar back in the draw circle. Loose ball. And we're going to have a foul. Going to be on the Knights. Turn possession over to the Braves. There we see Herndon looking to probe the defense of the Knights. Plays it across to number 15, Simmons. Simmons tries to go into goal. It looks like she tried to bowl through Bradshaw. We're going to have a pushing foul on the Braves. The ball will be turned over to the Knights. And there you can see the clock counting down toward halftime. Bradshaw with a nice pass ahead to Hotelin. Claire pushes through one defender. And makes an errant pass to Barfus. So the ball will be turned over to the Braves. And those are the mistakes that the Knights just can't afford to let happen. Not only in this game, but as they try to finish out the Capital Athletic Conference season and get their first conference win. There's Bradshaw able to step in and take the pass away. Is warded out by the Braves. Offense now is set up, and you can really see them trying to expand the Braves defense so they can get some cutters going through the middle of the field. So he looks to go 1-on-1, 1-on-2, stick check, ball on the ground, and eventually picked up by Lamb. Lamb goes behind, plays it over to Barfus. Barfus looked to the cutting Knowles. Knowles gets her shot blocked by Haggard. And now have a contact foul. Braves will have the ball. So Haggard looking to clear. And they get the ball ahead to Escobar. Escobar lays it back to Lakeney. There's Card, who has scored a goal today. Over to the Reed, which we saw go out earlier in the game, and has an assist as she's re-entered. Plays it in nicely to Card. Card with a shot on goal. Blocked nicely by Lytle. And Lytle is able to pick up the ground ball. Puts it in her crease for Bradshaw. Bradshaw picks it up and looks to clear of herself. As she comes down the field. Going in and out of double teams. Gets pushed from behind and loses the ball. The ground ball is picked up by Cleaver. Tries to make the pass over Hotelin. Hotelin's there to block it, knock it down, and pick up the ground ball herself. There's Whitworth trying to make a move on the Braves. Looks like she was trying to spin back to the middle for a shot. Ball on the ground. Picked up by number 1, Anderson. Contact foul on the Knights. Anderson will retain possession. Oh, are they saying it was contact on the Braves? On Anderson, so now the Knights have possession. The Barfus goes toward the goal. Around one way, reverses back around the other way. Looking for a cutter. All Green with the ball now. All Green's also scored a goal, and the ball is checked out of her stick. And there will be a foul on All Green. The Braves are looking to clear. Gets it over to Herndon. And we've seen Herndon clear the ball by herself all day long. Herndon trying to work through a double team. Smith is there. So is number 9, Abdullah. Long pass down the field. And a shot just to the right of Lytle by Escobar, and the Knights dodge a bullet there as Escobar was all alone in front of the goal. Braves bring the ball back out, looking to slow things down. And they've done a great job in their offense, lulling the Knights to sleep and then attacking off of a pass to a cutter through the middle. There's an attack on goal. Knights collapse, and now we're going to have a foul. Going to be on the Braves. Number 15, Simmons. Leah Smith looks to start the ball for the Knights as she plays it ahead to Ho Tae-lin. Claire looks to use some of her height and strength against a smaller defender. Reverses back and uses that height and strength not only to shed the defender Quirez, but also to get the ball past Haggard for a goal. And so 3:12 left to go in the first half. The Knights take a 6-5 lead. And that'll be Claire's 15th of the season. So the Knights look to regain some of that momentum that they lost. Quick check-in on the Knights baseball team as they're playing at Christopher Newport. The Knights add 2 more in the top of the 6th inning to take a 8-2 lead. Escobar for the Braves, Lambs for the Knights in the face-off circles. Ball's up and will be won by the Braves on the foul. Reed with the ball now. Oh, and a nice shot from her left to her right. Not only past the goalkeeper Lytle, but looked like Rachel Miller had a great defensive position on her. Reed is just able to slide it in there on a hot shot past Lytle to tie the score up. So 2:50 now to go in the first half. And Reed ties the score up for the Braves. Lamb and Escobar back in for the face-off. As the ball's up and picked up cleanly by Allgreen. Ashley Allgreen tried to bring her stick in a little bit closer to her body so she wouldn't lose it. Stick checked. Ball was out, free on the ground. It will remain in possession of the Knights. Allgreen surveying. Plays it ahead to Ho Tae-lin. Ho Tae-lin shoots it right into the stick of Haggard. And if Claire could have brought that ball down lower, may have had a better chance of sliding the goal past Haggard. Pass couldn't be handled by Barfus. It was on the ground and picked up by Herndon. Herndon's going to try to go through the Knights' defense to clear the ball herself. Contact foul by the Knights as the Braves retain possession. Herndon marked by Rachel Miller. Lays it over to Simmons. Simmons to Card. Card tried to play it ahead to Reed. Ball's out on the ground and picked up by Miller. Knights retain possession. Miller tries to play it ahead to Hoteling. Hoteling can't control the pass as it was overhead. Ball's picked up by Cruz. Nice stick check by Bradshaw and pick up by Bradshaw. Bradshaw turns to the outside, brings it out. And the Knights have 49 seconds to get the last shot. See what type of offense the Knights run now. And you got to imagine that it's either going to be Bradshaw, Hoteling, or Whitworth to take this last shot. Like a free position shot for Bradshaw, but a bad angle. She's able to get to the middle of the field and then shoot it back across her body to give the Knights a 1-goal lead, 7-6, 34 seconds left to go in the first half. So with this last 34 seconds, it's going to be important that the Knights win this face-off. They don't want to let Chowan come back and tie the game up in the last 34 seconds going into halftime. As you can see, the wind starting to really whip up out on the field now. And we're going to have another violation on the face-off by Lamb. Ball be turned over to the Braves. Defensively now for the last 30 seconds, the Knights going to have to pitch a shutout. Not wanting to go in tied up. Herndon with a quick restart, going straight toward goal. The Knights need to angle her off. She takes a low shot. Lytle is able to block it. Ball's picked up by number 5, Faith Park. Park goes ahead to Claire. Claire Hoteling. Hoteling tries to play the ball way ahead to 13, Ashley Allgreen. Ball still on the ground. And there's the horn as the Knights couldn't get a shot off. But they go into the half with a 1-goal lead, 7-6. Goal scorers for your Knights today have been Ashley Allgreen with 1, Zoe Bradshaw with 3, Rainey Whitworth with 1, and Claire Hoteling with 1. And so at halftime, the Knights have a 1-goal lead. Please stay with us as we come back right before the start of the second half. This is Mike Harmon, and we're back at the fields at Southern Virginia where the Knights enjoy a 1-goal lead over the Hawks of Chowan College. I have to apologize. I'm an old person, and when I played against Chowan and coached against Chowan, they were the Braves. But the mascot has been changed. They're the Hawks now, and I apologize to anybody that is listening from Chowan College. As the action starts, ball's on the ground. Being kicked around and picked up by Herndon. Herndon's trying to go through the Knights' defense now. Nicely closed off by both Bonnie and Smith. They're going to call a foul on Bonnie. But a nice job not allowing Herndon to get in on the goalkeeper, Lytle. We see the Hawks slowing down their attack, intentionally trying to lull the Knights to sleep. There's the ball played in close to Reed. Save by Lytle. And it looks like they're going to call a foul before that. A free position shot now for Reed. And we'll see if Lytle can get the save. Oh, and the ball just bounces right past Lytle as Reed scores to tie the game up. That'll be Reed's second for the day. So now the Knights come out, give up a goal, and have the Hawks tie them 2 minutes into the second half. Lamb and Escobar back into the face-off circle. Ball's on the ground. And picked up by Herndon. And Herndon seems to be everywhere for the Hawks today. Loose ball, ground ball, picked up momentarily by Hoteling. We'll have a foul on the Hawks. Ball will go over to the Knights' possession. Big game for the Knights baseball team as they're at Christopher Newport University. Christopher Newport ranked number 14 in the nation. The Knights at the top of the seventh lead CNU 9-5. Ground ball picked up by number 13, Ashley Allgreen. Plays it over to number 15, Megan Barfus. Barfus looks to get into a good shooting position. Pulls back out. We see Whitworth trying to cut through the middle. Hoteling trying to get a little back cut. Misses the pass. Picked up by Lamb. Lamb plays it into Bradshaw. Bradshaw going to have a... Oh, they were going to throw the foul and didn't throw the flag. Looked like Bradshaw got a stick to the head. No foul called, though, and the Hawks are on the attack. Knights trying to find that momentum that they had in the latter part of the first half. Oh, and there we see two players go head to head. Looks like that's going to be Barfus. Oh, sorry, not Barfus, but Bonnie and number 14 Card. And they collided head to head. Bonnie gets up. Still have Card on the ground. And this is the second player that has gone down for the Hawks. Earlier in the first half, we saw Reed go down with an ankle injury. He was able to make it back into the latter part of the first half. And now we see a head-to-head collision with Bonnie and Card. Well, we're down to our last 4 broadcasts of the season after today. Next Tuesday, we'll have a men's lacrosse game at 4 o'clock as the men take on Methodist College. On the 13th, we'll have a softball doubleheader as the Lady Knights take on Frostburg. And our last broadcast of the year will be April 16th, a Saturday, as women's lacrosse takes on Wesley College. We hope that you enjoyed the broadcast so far this year, as our production team has done an amazing job to bring these games to you. All the new and inventive features that come along with each and every game is just the brainchild of our producer, Craig Reese. The cameramen that we have do a fantastic job. They're out in the cold, the wind, the rain to bring you all these great shots. And we appreciate all that they do. There we see number 19, Amanda McCafferty, coming in for the first time today. Looks as if Bonnie and Card will be out for a little while. Make sure they can clear the cobwebs out of their head and go through a concussion protocol, especially Card, as she went down and looked like she received the hardest hit. Waiting for the referees to come back into their position. Smith will start with the ball for the Knights, looking to clear. She gets the ball off to Whitworth. Whitworth gives it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw back to Whitworth. Whitworth tries to hit Bradshaw across the field. Misses on the pass. Have a foul called, though. So it looks like it's going to come back to the possession of Whitworth. Whitworth just outside the circle for a free position shot. She gets veered off of her line. Couple spins. Back towards the middle. And we're going to have another foul on the Hawks. As now Rainey will be in the free position shot. Last time she was a few steps outside that free position marker. Now she's right on it. Straight ahead. Fakes one shot and puts it down low. Sneaks it in past the goalkeeper Haggard. Rainey picks up another goal. That'll be her third of the day. So the Knights regained that 1-goal lead that they had going in to halftime. I'd like to say congratulations to the women's softball team who won a doubleheader yesterday against Trinity College out of Washington, D.C. That's their third sweep of the season. And after a trying year last year, Coach Hall seems to have the Knights going in the right direction. And hopefully we'll continue that into the next couple years. Lamb and Escobar back to the draw. Ground ball. Foul will be on the Hawks as Bradshaw went down. Bradshaw looks to dodge around a couple players. And again, another tough angle. It looks like she was almost past the goal. Jumps and shoots. Scores a goal for the Knights as now the Knights enjoy a 2-goal lead. And that'll be Bradshaw's 4th of the day. These last 2 goals are more of what we were expecting in the first half by the Knights. Lamb and Escobar back into the draw circle. Ball's picked up by Escobar. Have a foul on the Knights. Escobar will retain possession for the Hawks. There we see Abdullah and Lamb funneling out Escobar. Ball on the ground. Abdullah's able to pick it up for the Knights. Tries to find Hotelin. Picked off by Herndon. Herndon tried to get the ball ahead to Leitney. Leitney not able to handle the pass. Ball goes out of bounds. And that should be the Knights' ball. Whitworth looking to clear for the Knights. This team clears the ball a little bit different than most teams. They try to clear it with their legs more than they do on a pass. Want to foul on the Hawks. Looks like some contact with the stick around Bradshaw's upper extremities. Bradshaw lays it off to Lamb. Lamb with a great height differential. Tried to find Whitworth in the middle. Herndon was just laying in wait, steps in and picks off the pass. Looks to clear the ball herself. Being dogged by Bradshaw. Finally, a foul is going to be called. We're going to have a free position shot now for Herndon. Herndon has 2 goals on the day. And this would be a great stop for Lytle if she can make it. Oh, and Herndon played it across to Reed. Reed was wide open and found the skip shot past Lytle for a goal. And so now that brings the score 9-8 for your Knights. That was Reed's 3rd goal of the game. And just when it looked like the Knights may seize control of the momentum and get a little breathing room, the Hawks come back to bring it to within 1. Gonna see a switch in the circle now. As we see Claire Hotelin come in for the Knights. She'll be going up against Escobar of the Hawks. Bradshaw tripped up, so the Knights will get possession. They gave possession over to the Hawks. Excuse me. The Knights defensively get back in a good position now. Pass knocked down by Bradshaw into the crease. Lytle picks it up. She lays it back for Bradshaw. If Bradshaw can look up, she'll see Whitworth running with her. Oh, great stick check by Herndon. Whitworth gets the stick a little bit high up around the shoulders. Foul called on her. Herndon outside the free position area. Still may try to get a shot off. She lays it over to Escobar. Escobar is able to pick it up. Nice stick check by Smith. Looks like the referee's going to call a foul on Smith. Play the ball over to Reed now. Errant pass picked up by the Braves. Seems to be a little confusion on what the call was or wasn't. Hawks, anyway, with the ball. And we see Herndon trying to go past Miller. Plays it over to Reed. Reed draws a huge crowd. And we're going to have a charge called. Reed just pushed Whitworth over. And we're going to have a yellow card on Reed now. So now the Knights will be a man up. Faith Park will take the ball to try to clear it for the Knights now. Faith Park with some great dodges. Drops the ball, though, as the stick was checked. And we're going to have a turnover on the foul. Back to the Hawks. And the Knights need to capitalize on this man-up situation that they have. Bradshaw trying to funnel off as Herndon plays the ball off to 15. That's Simmons. Simmons with the shot off the pipes. As Lytle was there in great position. Ground ball. Picked up by Card, and great to see her back in after taking a huge hit. She and Bonnie went head to head. Both of them went down for a few minutes. Herndon with the ball now. And there we see a double team on Herndon. And another contact foul called on the Knights. Simmons with the ball. Bradshaw marking her up. And the Hawks are doing a great job of killing this penalty. Errant pass there, though, picked up by Smith. Let's see if the Knights can capitalize now. Smith trying to put the Jets on, going down the sideline. Smith plays it back to Barfus. And a play on. Don't know what the whistle was for. Oh, Smith with a nice move. Just lost the ball out of her stick. Looks like we're going to have a foul on Bradshaw now. There we have McGrew coming down the field, lays it off to Leitney. Leitney ahead to Ratley. Ratley over to Card. And the Hawks did a great job of killing that penalty. As you see, number 10, Mackenzie Reed, who was sent off with a yellow card, back onto the field now. Foul on Lamb. Card plays it over to Reed. Reed off the pipes. We saw Lytle there in good position. And the Knights dodge another bullet. Herndon looks to go around Bradshaw. Great job by Bradshaw and Park as Park stepped over. We'll have a foul. Looked like that was probably on Smith. Referee's trying to get everybody in the right position. Herndon backing up outside the free position shot area. I'm going to say that foul was on Bradshaw that caused all that problem. Reed with a nice dodge. Shot on Lytle's able to take care of it. Barfus is able to pick up the ball, plays it ahead to Whitworth. Whitworth is trying to go around Anderson, but is funneled out by Cleaver. And as we just passed the halfway mark, the Knights have a 1-goal lead against the Chowan College Hawks. Whitworth looked to spin. Shoots. Backed up nicely by Barfus. Barfus brings it around and into the stick of Haggard. Loose ball as Bradshaw caused the loose ball. Picked up nicely by Bradshaw. Have a foul on Herndon now. And another yellow card. And so now Herndon will be out for 2 minutes. So the Knights had a man-up situation just a few seconds ago with Reed being out. The Hawks were able to nicely kill that penalty. It'd be great if the Knights could capitalize now on this one. Bradshaw does. Oh, and they're not going to allow the goal. They say that she was in the crease. And it seems like anything that can go wrong is going wrong for the Knights now. As you see, the penalty clock in the lower right-hand portion of the scoreboard out on the field counting down. 1:30 now left in the penalty. Ball still in the air, picked up by Lamb. Knights have another opportunity with a man-up situation. Great pass from Lamb to Knowles, and Knowles is able to find open shooting spot out right in front of the goal for the Knights' 10th goal of the game. Nice goal by Knowles. Timeout now in the action as we look at the men's baseball team at Christopher Newport in the bottom of the 8th. The Knights have a 10-5 lead. And with this timeout, we'll also take a short timeout. So coming out of the timeout, Southern Virginia has a 2-goal lead. Chowan College called that timeout, trying to slow the onslaught by the Knights as they tried to gain the momentum and take this game away from the Braves. From the Hawks, excuse me. Old habits die hard. I'll write that down and put it right in front of me. Back into the face-off circle for the Knights is Claire Hotelin and number 6, Cindy Escobar of the Hawks. Someone must have started early. Ball go over to the Hawks. And we'll see if the timeout had any effect on the Hawks as they were talking strategy with their coach. Ground ball. Going to have a foul now on Megan Barfus of the Knights. There we see Herndon. Herndon has 2 goals on the day. Errant pass. Oh, and they're going to say that's a foul on Miller for pushing. Herndon looks to start quickly. Leah Smith steps up nicely. And it looks like they may be calling a foul now on Smith. Now, the Hawks will have a free position shot as Tyra Simmons is the one that was fouled. Inside by Smith. Lytle looking to make the save. Oh, and Simmons is just able to skip it past Lytle. And that seems to be the Achilles heel for the Knights today, as the free position shots that the Hawks are getting, they're being able to capitalize on it. The Knights not able to take advantage of the situations that have been afforded them. We've seen some free position shots that they haven't been able to knock down, and we've also seen 2 2-minute man-up penalties that they haven't been able to take advantage of. So Simmons gets her first goal of the day for the Hawks as they decrease the Knights' lead now to 1 goal. Hoteling and Escobar back into the face-off circle. Face-off won by Claire as Zoe picks the ball up. Zoe Bradshaw looking to go to goal. Was shut off as she came around to the right side. Bradshaw looking to find some room and sneaks it past Haggard in the upper left corner. So for Bradshaw, that's her 5th of the day, and now the Knights regain the 2-goal lead that they just had. Again, it'd be nice to see the Knights to get more than a 2-goal lead. A 4 or 5-goal lead right now would be great for the Knights. Not only confidence, but as they get ready to go into a few more Capital Athletic Conference games, they need to be a little bit sharper on their passing and shooting. Hoteling and Escobar back into the draw circle. Ball's up. And Claire wins another one as Zoe Bradshaw picks the ball up. Rainey's wide open to Zoe's right. Doesn't see her though. And a foul was called. Bradshaw starts it off. As you see Whitworth cutting through the middle of the defense. And we're going to have a charge. They call a charge on Bradshaw. As Quiars was there for the charge. She starts the ball, gets it ahead to Card. Card over to Lakeney. Lakeney way ahead to Ratley. Ratley picks it up as it was on the ground for a long time. Ratley's being guarded by 17 of the Knights, Elizabeth Bonney. Again, the Hawks bring the ball out. A lot of spacing and cutting room, and they've just kind of lulled the Knights to sleep several times. Pass was going in for Reed. Smith was able to pick it up momentarily. We'll have a foul on the Hawks now. Smith plays the ball ahead. Whitworth unable to control the pass. Escobar picks it up. Herndon looks to attack now. Nicely cut off by Whitworth. Sorry, not Whitworth, but by Miller. And another stoppage of play. And there's going to be a free position shot now for the Hawks. Herndon. And they're going to stop the play as it's saying that the Knights got in too early. So another free position shot by Herndon of the Hawks. And there's a low skip shot past Lytle as Chowan College brings it back to a 1-goal deficit. The Knights lead 11-10. And we've done several women's lacrosse games, and this game seems to be the one that is chopped up the most. A lot of fouls being called. Not really seeing a lot of fouls. And then there's some obvious fouls that we thought should have been called that have been let go. So Claire Hotelin back into the face-off circle. Going up against Escobar. Ball straight up in the air. Claire thought she should have had it. Just didn't come up with it. So the face-off won by the Hawks. And now they're on the attack again. Knights defense needs to really stiffen up as they cling to this 1-goal lead. Foul is going to be called on Bonney. And I know this is a non-contact sport, but this is starting to get ridiculous. Some of the fouls that are being called. There's going to be incidental contact no matter what you do. Escobar cut off nicely by Leah Smith of the Knights. Reed's being hounded by Faith Park. Pass couldn't be handled by Simmons as Rainey Whitworth on the attack now. Brings the ball down. Looking to pass to somebody. Oh, and Rainey with a great move brings the ball back around to the middle of the field. No one cut her off as she was able to get in between her defender and the crease. And so Rainey gets her 4th goal of the day. And again, pushes the lead that the Knights enjoy back to 2. Well, statistically, just like the goals being close, all the statistics are close as we compare the two teams. The Hawks have shot the ball 2 times more than the Knights. They have 22 shots, the Knights 20. Shots on goal, 16 for the Hawks, 15 for the Knights. Free position shots are where the Knights really have not shined. They are 3 of 8, while the Hawks are 5 of 6. Draw controls, the Hawks have 13 draw controls to the Knights 10. We'll see now if Lamb can win the draw control for the Knights. As she does, Rainey Whitworth picks the ball up. Gets into the offensive zone for the Knights. Bradshaw funneled off. Again, another little jump shot. And that'll be Bradshaw's 6th goal of the day. So now the Knights take a 3-goal lead. We can keep on going down the stats that are kept until we get to fouls. And this is where there's a huge disparity, a 2-to-1 disparity. The Hawks have been called for 16 fouls, where the Knights have been called for 32 fouls in this game so far. And we still have 7 minutes and 27 seconds left to go. Now, I know that the Knights are a little aggressive when they're playing offense and defense, but not a 2-to-1 disparity. Timeout on the field. We'll check the baseball game for you. As the top of the 9th inning, the Knights enjoy a 10-5 lead at Christopher Newport. Again, Christopher Newport is ranked number 14 in the nation right now. So with this timeout, please stay with us as we take a small timeout. And we're back, coming into the face-off circle. We see Emily Lamb stepping up for the Knights, going up against Cindy Escobar of the Hawks. Back in the baseball game. Bases are loaded for the Knights with 2 outs. And up to bat is Bassler. So let's see if the Knights can control the face-off here. Or the draw, excuse me. Ball's played back nicely to Bradshaw as Lamb wins the face-off for the Knights. Bradshaw content now to let some of the clock run as they enjoy a 3-goal lead. Now you start to see the Hawks defense start to expand just a little bit more, which would give the goal scorers of the Knights a little bit more room to work. And they realize that the clock is on their side. Whitworth plays it over to Hoteling. Again, the Knights very content on spreading the ball out, playing a little keep away. If they can find a crease to the goal, I'm sure they'll take it. And they were going to have a stick to the head as Bradshaw gets a hit on the head. Yellow card will be on Herndon now. And the Knights will enjoy a 2-minute man-up period. Referees are discussing what actually happened. We saw it. Bradshaw got hit in the head. Now they're having to describe to the stats people what actually happened. Bradshaw start things off now. Takes a shot on goal. Backed up by Claire Hoteling. And just for reference, it would be nice if women's lacrosse officials could consolidate some of their calls. Make it a little bit more concise as we see in other sports. So everybody would know exactly what was going on and there'd be less confusion. But who am I to ask for such things? Again, the Knights content on playing a little keep away there. Lamb wide open on the near sideline. Bradshaw couldn't get her the ball. Now she finds Lamb. Lamb plays the ball back behind. Again, Knights just playing with the ball on the perimeter. No shot clock in the women's game. Hoteling tried to get a shot off. Denied by Haggard. And now under 5 minutes to go. It would be in the Knights' best interest now, as the ball's picked up nicely by Knowles, to just hang on to it. And the goal is good. Looked like Allgreen is going to get the goal. Doesn't know if she actually caught the ball in her stick as much as if it rebounded off her stick or off of her. Couldn't see it as we were kind of blocked by a defender. There she goes, just showing she used her stick just to redirect the ball in like a hockey player. Didn't really have control of it. Saw the ball was low and just kicked it in. Nice little debutante wave that she gave to her teammates. And so now the Knights enjoy a 4-goal lead on Allgreen's second goal of the day. Reed in now for the draw along with Lamb. And they're going to say that Reed had a violation on the draws. And ball will go over to the Knights. Knowles with the ball. And now as we get down closer to the 4-minute mark, keep away would not be a bad idea for the Knights. As long as you have control of the ball. And their nice play by Claire Hoteling, understanding time and score. Had a chance to shoot the ball. Thought better of it. Wants to run more time off the clock. Just a very heady play by Claire. Foul will be called on McGrew. As we get underneath the 4-minute mark now. Saw Whitworth cutting through the middle of the field. Retain possession. Again, another stoppage of play. Don't know what really for. Works to the Knights' advantage, though, as Whitworth brings the ball way out. Illegal contact now. And this is all that the Hawks can really do, is try to force a turnover, as the Knights are content to hang on to the ball. Bradshaw. And they're going to call a charge on Bradshaw. Looks like she ran into her own man. Looks like she ran right into Claire. Again, though, as they're trying to straighten all this out, the clock did continue to run. They just finally stopped it. So now McGrew has the ball. The Hawks have 2 minutes and 27 seconds to try to erase a 4-goal deficit. Knights defense needs to make a stand here. And they're going to call a foul on the stick check by Bradshaw. In each one of these common fouls, the clock keeps running, so it works to the Knights' advantage right now. Escobar with the ball. Looking to make something happen. She comes around from the backside of the crease. Card with the ball now. Great defense by the Knights, funneling her back out. Nice job by Whitworth, reversing the fields all the way. And an errant pass. Possession over to the Knights. Less than 1:30 to go in the ball game. Emily Lamb looks to clear the ball. Does so with a nice pass to Allgreen. Allgreen gets it ahead to Knowles. Knowles wisely brings it back out, weaving in and out of players. Passes it over to Lamb. Again, the Knights just running some weave action, trying to make sure that they get a good shot, and Lamb with a shot on goal and in with 48.5 seconds to go. Lamb with her first goal of the day. And that should just about do it for the Knights, as now they've increased their goals lead to 5. 48.5 seconds left in the second half. The Knights have seemingly pulled out a great win. Lamb quickly back into the draw circle. Reed back in there for the Hawks. Lamb wins the draw as Bradshaw picks the ball up. See Barfus with the ball. And another foul. Free position shot now for Barfus. She tried to play it over to Knowles. Foul on the loose ball. There we see Grew trying to clear the ball. They're going to say that she was pushed out of bounds. 13 seconds left to go in this game. Escobar with the ball now. And that's the game. So after a full game of play, the Knights pull out a 15-10 win over the Chowan College Hawks. Very hard-fought game. The Knights had to really bring their best in several points of the game in order to extend the lead. They could only manage a 2 or 3 goal lead at the most for most of the game. The Hawks kept coming back, and then at the very end get a 5-goal win. Goal scorers for the Knights today: Lamb with 1, Allgreen with 2, Hotelin with 1, Knowles with 1, Whitworth with 4, and Bradshaw with 6. The baseball team at the bottom of the 9th inning lead Christopher Newport, ranked number 14 in the nation, 10-5. So far a great day for the Knights. And it looks like that game may have just gone final. It did. The Knights win 10-5 in baseball and win 15-10 in women's lacrosse. We have just a few games left to broadcast. We hope you join us. This is Mike Harmon for Craig Reese and our cameraman saying thank you, and join us again.